2-mile we are running here. And we are going to have, like I said, some of the best athletes we've ever seen assembled in this event. Our first athlete wearing hip number 1 is going to be Samantha Humphreys. We've seen her and her sister on track several times already throughout the weekend from Flower Mound High School in Texas. Number 3 in the nation. She is going to Oregon in the fall. Sam Murphy's wearing hip 2 is Allie Zealand out of Lynchburg, Virginia, a 10:02.66 PB. Liberty commit in the fall. Wearing hip number 3 is going to be Addie Ritzenhein out of Niwot, Colorado, daughter of Olympian Dathan Ritzenhein, and a 10:23 PB. Wearing hip number 4 is going to be Hanny Thompson out of Santa Rosa, California. 9:55.31, 3,200 last spring. And wearing hip number 5 is going to be Emily Bush. She hails from Saratoga Springs High School in New York. She's headed to Providence College in the fall and has a 9:23,000 this season. Hip number 6 is going to be Ellen Latta, and she's going to be one to watch. She runs for the Patriots and set a middle school national record in the mile on Thursday. Keep your eye on her. Ella Gibbs wears hip number 7 out of Berkeley. Tula Fabush out of Kentucky Elite is going to wear hip number 8. She is a Tennessee commit. Hip number 9 is Ella Hagen of Summit High School in Frisco, Colorado. Wearing the shades, love those shades. Hip number 11 is going to be Alyssa Soro out of Williamstown High School in West Virginia. Wearing hip 13 is going to be Isabel Alori. She runs for Liberty Common High School in Fort Collins, Colorado. She's headed to Notre Dame with that slew of boys from the 2-mile run. And we saw her in action already. She won the 5,000 meter on Friday night in dominant fashion. Abby Faith Cheeseman from the Webb School in Bell Buckle, Tennessee rounds out our field. She is also the defending 2-mile outdoor New Balance national champion. What a field we have on track. Unfortunately, Ellie Shea is a late scratch. She, of course, ran in the mile earlier. And we also are not joined by Charlotte Sinke. So 12 very talented athletes. Our final section of the championship girls 2-mile.
As they get ready to click off 16 laps of this track, we will keep an eye on the pace lights.
All right, so once we get past the first couple of turns, you'll see the lights kick in. So we have
and they're off and running.
One is at 9:45. Those
we
lights will be white.
2 groups, one at 9:45.
The white lights are
and
for
the
10 flat.
white lights behind them at 10 flat. So there will be a range of paces that these athletes are aiming for. Certainly, as we see some of these, already crowned national champions and talented athletes that have already run so fast this season, it wouldn't be surprising to see multiple sub-10 performances and maybe 1 or 2 folks getting way under 10 in this last 2-mile championship section.
And great to see Emily Bush there, the kinetic athlete, taking charge of things early on. Again, she is from Saratoga Springs and has run a 9:23,000 as well as a 4:46 mile. So nice improvement on her personal best so far this year, and wanting to take full advantage of being in both the strength and sharpness combination of fitness right now. Tracking her really closely, of course, is Sam Humphreys. Sam Humphreys and her sister Nicole were part of that Flower Mound team that already have 2 second place finishes in the distance relays under their belts this weekend. That, of course, is the DMR and the 4x1 mile relay. Both of those records went down, those meet records went down. And the times run by those Flower Mound teams were under the old records. The problem was the Carolina Cavaliers beat them on both occasions. But nonetheless, really studly running by the Humphrey sisters and co out of Flower Mound, Texas. So a quartet now separating from the rest of the field. That is Bush, Humphreys, Allie Zealand there tucked in, along with Addie Ritzenhein. Addie still just a sophomore.
And we see that 36 cadence that they've sort of settled into after a quick couple of laps. That's going to be around that 453, 455 mile pace. So a good sign if they're going for that, 950, something like that, that they are on track and have plenty of company. Unlike the men's race, we saw, a lot of solo laps out there. These girls will be able to push each other throughout this race to a fast time.
Absolutely. Emily Bush, we saw this with a few other runners, almost looks like she has a bit of a smile on her face when she runs. And I love that because there is such a sense of relaxation that comes over your whole body when you relax the face and when you smile. And you'll often hear like sprint coaches yelling, relax your face, relax your face. And it really has a cumulative effect. And just looking really collected and calm at the front. Again, Samantha Humphries right behind her with such a similar running style to her twin, Nicole, who had great success throughout this weekend individually as well.
They're just happy to be here.
And why shouldn't they be? We're also happy to be here and to have this kind of talent on track in front of us. It's been a fabulous 3 days at the Reggie Lewis Center, and now I can't believe we're more than 2/3 of the way through our final day at the track at New Balance. And 5 runners separated with a 6th trailing now. And that is another, so 36 and 37-second laps have been clicked off. That is a 38, the slowest thus far. So they're through 1,218 meters in 3:42, but still running strong as a group and really strung out now, as you can see separation back towards the back of this pack as well.
And you can see the pace lights on that 9:45 cadence kind of creeping away from them a little bit. They might come back later in the race if they pick it up, but I think for a lot of these athletes, playing it smart and, focusing on competing against each other and not just going out for a time that might be a little out of your depth in this moment is a really smart move.
Absolutely. So they're just off those front pace lights, but still have them in their sights. And we've talked so much throughout this meet about the importance of paying attention to them, but not being so fixated on them that it becomes a distraction. So some separation now up front with Zealand taking over the pacing duties. Another 38-second lap there as they approach halfway. They'll be through the first mile here, and we'll get you a split for them as they come around.
And it looks like we've got a little bit of separation here from the chasers as Ali Zealand takes over a roughly 4:55 first half, followed closely by Humphries. Addie Ritzenhein has swung into that third position and looks like she's hoping to kind of keep in contact there as a little bit of a gap emerged to Bush and Alori.
And I just wonder if that maybe caught Ritzenhein by surprise a bit, because she looks really strong. And she clearly wants to be up working with our 2 front runners right now. So she'll just have to chip away at that. Again, you don't want to panic and make any really fast moves based on fear. You want to just work away, stay patient, stay controlled, so that you don't show your cards too early. But Ritzenhein, again, all kinds of talent in her genes, and really beautiful running style. Always chipping away at the distance between her and the back of Humphries, and now she's almost on their heels, and she has brought, I believe that's Alyssa Soro with her.
And I have to say, you would not guess that there are already 2 races on Samantha Humphries' legs based on how relaxed and controlled she looks in this race.
And I apologize, that's actually Isabel Alori, who is on the back of Ritzenhein. So after a couple of slower laps, these girls have flicked things back into 36 and 37-second gear. That's exactly what you want to be doing at this point in the race. That's what we've talked about, where, either a pacer drops or, you start losing a little bit of focus through that third quarter. You want to actually press a little more in a counterintuitive way so that you don't fall off pace and just miss out on a PR or on a record, and that's exactly what they're doing. So with 5 laps to go, they are inside 1,000 meters, another 37-second lap.
It is a 4-woman race all of a sudden, as Ritzenhein has towed Alori back into the mix, and as Zealand continues to keep the tempo up front, the places are far from decided as they come up on 800 meters to go. This is certainly anyone's race when it comes to this national title. And with 4 laps, 800 meters remaining, there's maybe another slight injection of pace by Zeeland there, trying to keep things honest and trying to shake the 3 tails that she has tucked in right behind her.
Well, Zeeland has just been like clockwork. Again, obviously an athlete who likes to stick to the front, likes to take over those pacing duties, and the other athletes, I think, quite happy to have someone else do that work for them. But, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better pace setter if you have to have one. Humphreys headed to Oregon with her sister in the fall, so they are going to be a fantastic addition to the Ducks program. And before they get there, we got to mention that Samantha is a 4:39 miler in her own right. She's got some wheels. We've seen her run very fast, so if this comes down to a kicker's race, it's going to be really interesting to see which athlete prevails.
And she has really marked the front of this race from the first ride. And usually when you see that from an athlete, that's, you know, a sign of confidence, a sign that you are not showing up just to ride the train. You are contending for the win.
Absolutely.
And as they come up on 400 meters remaining, it looks like actually Lori is going to be the first one to make a move as she swings around all of a sudden from 4th into 2nd. Zeeland has not wanted to relinquish that lead, but now it is Lori who is in that 2nd spot. We'll see if those paces in that order stays the same. It looks like they are still in close contention, and Humphreys is certainly not out of this, nor is Ritzenhein. But as Zeeland continues to try and break the competition, coming up on the bell lap, Lori, who has been tucked into 4th most of this race, is right on her heels.
Well, we should mention that Zeeland is a 4:38 miler in her own right, so she is turning things on, going to the arms. Look at her striding so fast down that back stretch. Lori sticking with her like glue and now trying to swing wide to go around her. This is not what we expected, but it's what we love to see. Lori battling Zeeland. It is going to be Zeeland with a slight advantage with some traffic now into the closing meters. The smile is on the face. 9:47.50. What an unbelievable performance for Allie Zeeland, the Liberty University commit, and now the New Balance National Indoor Champion.
And just what poise and confidence it takes to come into this race, you know, not the top seed, not the favorite coming into it, and to just take control in that 2nd half and make it your race. That really shows, you know, a lot of maturity, a lot of confidence as an athlete, and then certainly just to be able to hold on, you know, after you've done so much leading, to be able to kick all the way through to that finish. It's an incredible demonstration of your athletic ability and your determination to take that win.
And the focus getting around that traffic in the end, because the last thing you need when you're just cued in totally to the mental effort involved in getting to that line is to contend with 4 other bodies that are still dealing with a lap to go. So great focus by Zeeland to keep her composure, stay really strong, and what a fabulous performance for her. We should note that that is the 4th fastest high school time ever run. So putting herself near the top of those record books and concluding her indoor high school career in style.
And of
Allie
course,
Zeeland of Lynchburg, Virginia, what a run.
There were 4 sub-10 performances. How about Addie Ritzenhein, 9:52.64 as a sophomore. That is incredible stuff. Clearly a really bright future ahead of her. And in 5th place, the 5K champion, Abby Faith Cheeseman, doubling back to a really strong performance here in this 2-mile championship.
Well, look at Zeeland's victory lap. This looks like a stride to me. I mean, this is how fast I was
still going
turning over
5:20 pace
before my race. And, you know, again, soak it up, Ms. Zeeland. This is your moment. What a way to go out. I love how happy she is, how much she's enjoying this. The crowds are really electric here, and why not throw some extra fireworks on this celebration? They're going off along the home stretch for our new indoor champion, 2024 New Balance National Indoor 2-mile victor, Ali Zealand, going home with the win.
I just saw her stop her watch. I think she counted her victory lap as her total mileage on the day.
If it happens on Strava, it happens in real life, so you got to make sure that it counts. And this is the conclusion of this portion of our championship mid-distance action. We're going to turn things back over now to some of our sprint specialists for some 200 finals. We'll be back with you for the close of our show with our 4x8 and 4x400 meter relays. Don't go anywhere. For Kate Van Buskirk and David Melly, we'll be right back.